Today we are going to first spend the time to talk about this new model called creator economy. I want to take you back to when the case was written, 2021-ish, right? When you actually go at that time, here is a creator who's got 650k followers on Instagram, has a healthy subscription business, seems like she's making money even from brands and affiliate marketing. Life seems to be going well. She's at a crossroads. She's got this decision that she needs to make now. Should I strike this deal with a retail chain or not? I've grown up in the case methodology. And the beauty of the case methodology is that it lends itself to a model where you are able to challenge someone's assumptions. And if you see in today's class, the way that kind of worked out is at the start of the class, you just lay out the dilemma of the case. You set up the case and you tell them that this is the core question. Because the students would have already read the case, they would have discussed it amongst themselves. They've come to class with an opinion. It's an informed opinion because they've read the case, they've looked at the data, and they've decided that this is the stand they're going to take. So my question to all of you is, all of you are Melissa Wood in 2021 with 650,000 followers, 92,000 subscribers, paying $9.99 per month for your premium content or $99 per year. Now I need to make a decision. Deal or no deal?
I think she should make the deal. Number one, in the exhibit, we can see that her growth of subscribers is already flattening. So this will give her more access to newer audience.
Okay. She never really had a huge fan following, but from whoever she had subscribing to her, they were loyal. They liked her because she was authentic. We might be getting more followers, but we'll use our loyal base.
A lot of people, when they do the analysis, they're looking at it from one or maybe two perspectives. They've not analyzed it from all perspectives. Some people said that they want to take the deal. Some people said they don't want to take the deal. They had arguments for both sides, both seemingly valid arguments. A lot of them qualitative in nature. So you capture all of that arguments on board, and what that becomes is an anchor point for class. So you're all giving me a lot of qualitative arguments. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to erase this bit and I'm going to work with you to deconstruct this business. Who is this business serving? Who are the stakeholders? So I'm going to call one set of people, the free users, as followers. The other set of people, what you're calling community, I'll just call them subs, right? Subscribers. Brands on the other side. These are the stakeholders, yes? Now the question is Melissa Wood Health creating value for all of the stakeholders?
She is providing them with a new sort of exercise which is low impact, high flexibility, low endurance, which any group or any person with any sort of mobility issues could also do.
Followers are also getting a trusted source of product discovery because they believe that she is very authentic with her approach.
Looking at creator economy, while it's still currently evolving, while we still don't have all the answers, is just a useful cognitive exercise as well. We didn't realize how big a problem churn is for a content creator. And I think that while we were going through the reading, the enormity of the situation was not really registered on us. But it's only when we actually went down to the numbers of the class and brainstormed what that means to a content creator and the revenues they make that we appreciated the way Professor Vishal described it.
Now, if value is getting created for all stakeholders, the next question is, how is value captured? What is the first way they're making money? Simple enough. Am I making money anywhere else?
When people swipe up and buy, they promise to pay Melissa with a certain share of the revenue.
What you're talking about is what we call affiliates. We thought that it's important for students to understand what the creator-led business model is. Because this model was not very prevalent, or for that matter, it wasn't even existent if you go back, maybe 10 years. There is research in this area, but research is ongoing. But we didn't want to wait for it to become a mature model before we introduce it in class, because we fundamentally wanted to make sure that our students are, in some sense, ahead of the curve. If this premium content business has to be successful, what should Melissa Wood be focusing on?
More brands means more variety. More variety means I can cater to a public that wants to buy things of a lower cost, lower price, or a high end. So I can cater to a broader community.
Wonderful. Yeah, I can do this. It's great. Just go after brands. Disagree, anyone?
I think it kind of loses that authenticity when you're diluting too much with like different kinds of brands. So you need to maintain that kind of funnel wherein I'm selectively like showing you what is worth your time.
This is a problem, no? My core value prop is authenticity. Because I said I will only promote brands that I use. Now they will say, oh, you use all of these brands.
It's a very non-deterministic course, as is in life, right? Most of the problems are non-deterministic. We don't know what is the right solution until we try it out. So that was the pedagogy of the class, and it left us with a lot to think about.
We tend to look at problems business first and not technology first. So I think a frontier tech course, especially for people like me who don't come from a pure tech background, it helps us appreciate going from a tech first point of view. So it gets you comfortable with using the limited information that you have to make intelligent assumptions and then try to predict what a sensible business strategy might be or how an industry might end up evolving.
If I can't really go after many brands, should I go after users then?
The moment we diversify users, the moment there are a lot more users of diversified interest, the conversion rate goes down.
You're saying, I can't grow brands because I lose authenticity. I can't grow users because I will lose engagement. We are basically saying the platform business is actually depending on the product business. The product business is depending on the platform business. What is this? To get subscribers, you're saying the only way it will be financially viable is if I get more followers. But you're saying if I go after many brands, I will lose followers. Is there any future for this? Should she even be doing it? What is wrong with this business? Here is what we're going to do. We're 1 hour in. I will give you a break. So go on your break, think about what to do. When you come back though, we will have an alum who's also a creator come and talk to you about what your alum is trying to do in the business. What is working, what is not working, how can you be a creator? It is not enough if you tell people that here is the framework and here is the theory, here is why things work the way they work. You have to also show them that here is someone who's applied this already and they may not know they've applied it. But this is what they've done. And so that's how Anahita comes and talks about what works. And now the students are able to put the two together.
One thing that we kept discussing today, authenticity. That is definitely something that every single person should do. But even before that, if you want to make it as a creator, you need to be consistent. For example, my niche is dancing, okay? That's what I do. I know I'm good at it. I'm going to kill it. But if I do that, I'm going to keep reaching to that same audience again and again. So the algorithm will say, okay, it's a dance content. Okay, she does this. These many people see it, out of which 5% people become my followers. After a point of time, you won't grow. So the 30% split is for other things. What other things? You experiment.
Look, I'll tell you what she did. She rejected the deal because she said that they're undervaluing the brand. She instead focused on the core business of increasing subscriptions. But how did she go about doing this? She started creating her own brand. For example, she had this treadmill series that was being sold on Amazon, Treadmills by Melissa Wood. She had these dumbbells and props that were being sold for gym equipment as an example. Own brand, own merchandise, sold like hotcakes, did really, really well. The key takeaway I want you to have, a bunch of different things, but the most important things I want you to remember is Melissa Wood is not unique in doing this. If you take a step back and think about any creator who's made it really, really big, the core principle in all of this is you have a set of users that you have acquired. The acquisition cost for this was your content creation, your effort that you put in, all the work that you did to acquire this base on one platform. If you're able to take that acquired user base and move them over seamlessly to the platform where you're selling your own product, you have next to nothing in terms of CAC. By making sure that you're adjacent to what is the value that you're providing to them, and if they move over to your platform, you can start monetizing these people. And that's the only viable way that most people are doing it today. When we started the class, it was very clear they were leaning towards one side. In the middle of the class, when I'd shown them a bunch of data, everyone leaned to the other side. But in the end, they all went back to the side that they started with. So that was very interesting to me. It's something that I really enjoyed. As much as you want to learn what you're learning and replicate it other places, you also want to spot things that others may not be able to spot. And here we are telling them, there is something here. Go explore it a little more and then maybe you'll find something very big. Right? So you're just nudging them towards something that is new and exciting and innovative.